Our company has been faced with a lot of challenges and a lot of changes through the years, and these vehicles really represent that.
We really wanted to recreate one of the first service bodies that we did as a company.
It all started because we have this old picture from a trade show that's a grain body and a C10 in it. Kind of one of those like iconic Knapheide photos.
We could only build 12 bodies a day back then. So we had a guy weld it for us, then we would grind it, put the doors on it, roll across the aisle, and they would mount it on the floor.
When we started looking for the C10 drawings, actually when we were going to do the design, we wondered, like, I wonder if those drawings still exist. We actually had all the old paper prints down at 6th Street, so we went and found them, dug them out of the closet and started sorting through them, and we found out that we pretty much found every print related to that vintage of vehicle.
It was really special to me to see the passion that a lot of our people took to recreate these vehicles. We even had some help from generations before.
My role was to take all the parts that were designed and built and put them all together, bring in a crew who had been here at that time. So I recruited my dad and Dick Kirker to come in, and then they were here when they were building those, so they helped us through the process.
Well, the difference between this body and the new bodies, that was all hand welded, hand ground, one piece at a time, and you had 4 guys welding them and 4 guys to grind them, clean them up, putting the doors on them.
Yeah.
You didn't have assembly line like we got now.
No, each station had to do their own.
Yeah, there were a couple forms that were on this body that we had dies for back in the day, die forming tools, and they don't have those anymore, so we had to try to replicate that with the tooling we have in the shop today.
I think one of the challenges was putting all aftermarket parts on a truck that's over 50 years old, and getting everything to fit properly was a challenge.
It was a lot of coordination, ordering of the parts, making sure they had what they needed, trying to make sure the timeline met, to make sure they had everything they needed to put it together in the order that they needed.
We took every step possible to make it exactly like it was back in 1971.
Being able to go to Indianapolis to the NTEA show and seeing it on stage along with the other heritage vehicles was really heartwarming.
It's the lifeblood of Knapheide. I mean, when you look around and see how many service bodies are on the road today, and the fact that majority of them are Knapheide, I think it's a pretty key portion of our business.